For more, let's bring in former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor. Ambassador, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
I want to ask you about something. I had a conversation last night with Ian Bremmer with the Eurasia Group, and he told me he doesn't think these U.S. long-range missiles will make a strategic difference in the war. In his opinion, that was why President Biden agreed for Ukraine to use them. Do you agree?
I don't agree that's the reason President Biden decided to use them, that they would make no strategic difference. But I don't disagree with Ian when he says that they won't make a strategic difference. That is, it's not going to change the war. It's going to have an operational effect. It will clearly give the Ukrainians the ability, which they've already used, as you've reported, to take out missile firing systems, to take out ammunition dumps, to take out fuel depots, to take out military headquarters. That's going to have an operational effect, and not just by these ATACMS. This will also unlock the French and the British and perhaps even the German versions of these missiles.
According to Russian state media, Russian President Putin has officially lowered Russia's threshold for use of nuclear weapons. Is Putin posturing here, or is there a real threat of escalation?
Posturing, which he's done every time the United States or another country is thinking about and deciding whether to provide the next level of assistance, next level of armament. There comes a statement from President Putin or from someone in the Kremlin saying, we've got nuclear weapons. And this change in doctrine is not going to have an effect. They're not going to decide to use nuclear weapons or not based on a doctrine on a piece of paper. They're just not. I don't think they're going to use them in any case. I think there are all kinds of reasons why not, but it certainly has nothing to do with whether or not there's a piece of paper that he signs today.
I want to ask you, Ambassador, how might NATO's role shift under the Trump administration?
So we don't know. We don't know. I can't predict on this. I mean, we'll wait and see. We're looking forward to seeing the names of the people that are in place, and that will give us some indication of your question about how the policy will change.
Ambassador, when we talk about ways to see an end to the war, we've been talking about you since the beginning of Moscow's invasion. We've been talking to you since Ukraine's counteroffensive. Where do you see things strategically now for Ukraine? And do you see an end to this in the near future?
There's no doubt that it's very difficult in Ukraine these days. I've been there 8 times since the big war started, and every time I'm there, I'm struck by the determination. I'm good friends in the military. The determination of the Ukrainian army is just admirable. It's unbelievable. As you say, 1,000 days they've been fighting. That said, they want this war to be over. No one wants this war to be over more than the Ukrainians, and they're looking for ways to do that. They need the support of Europe, and they need the support of the United States in order to bring this war to a close. One thing they really need is the security that comes from some kind of a guarantee that the Russians won't invade again. If they stop at some point, the Ukrainians worry that the Russians will rebuild and will invade again. That's what they're worried about. That's what they're looking to get from the United States and from Europe.
Important point. We appreciate you sharing that with us. Ambassador William Taylor, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.